Welcome back into another edition of the League Weekly Series. We had such a great time bringing you all the action in February, but now it's time to turn the page to March. Teams have been working so hard in the gym, getting ready for NCA All-Star Nationals, and we are so excited to see them all take the stage here soon. This is your home for all things the League by Varsity All-Star, presented by Corksicle. Let's dive right in. Well, it is one of the most exciting and competitive weekends of All-Star Cheer as teams are getting ready to head to Dallas, Texas for the NCA All-Star Nationals. Arielle, why is this competition so important?
Yeah, this competition is so important. NCA brings together some of the best across the country, coming to try and win that coveted megaphone trophy. But why else is this event so important, Amber?
Well, for the league, there are 700 points on the line from NCA All-Star Nationals. And crazy enough, there's just a little over 2 months left of the All-Star Cheer season. So this is another big opportunity to earn those 700 points, make some jumps on both the regional and now the national leaderboard standings.
Yes, the arena is going to bring together some of the best League 6 teams. I'm personally very excited to see that Level 6 Senior Small Division. At Cheer Sport, Neon wound up taking that title with 700 points, but at the majors, SSX took home 500 points. So really excited to see what's going to be this time.
For sure, and as you mentioned, we're getting everyone's best shot at NCA, competitive divisions. One of those being the Level 6 Senior Small Co-Ed Division. It's been putting on a show all season long. Max Senior Stars has been doing really well. They, of course, took the win at the majors, but at Cheer Sport, it was Brandon Senior Black. As of right now, 21 teams are registered for the Level 6 Senior Small Co-Ed Division, so it's going to be an exciting one to watch for sure. Until we see them, let's check in with some of these teams.
Coming up, we've got NCA, a really important stretch of the season here. What's the team kind of focusing on and the goals you guys have?
We're really focusing on consistency and the little things throughout the gym. So in the gym, we just hit our 10th full out in a row here at Cheer Sport, and it feels amazing.
I think the focus is just to try to have the greatest outcome that we can that's possible and just to be proud of every routine that we show off.
This season, what would you say makes this team unique?
We have a lot of positive energy before competitions and while we're on the mat. We're always talking to each other, always helping each other out. I think that's a really good aspect of the team.
It's amazing. Our theme this year makes it so much fun, and going out there with all of our best friends and showing the love we have for this sport is amazing.
What is it like competing in this division against so many talented teams?
There's a lot of pressure, but it definitely makes it fun, and it's so fun to be able to compare ourselves to the teams that we've looked up to for so long, and it's just such a cool experience.
Joining us today to talk about all the excitement coming up here with NCA All-Star Nationals is Justin Carrier, Vice President of Varsity All-Star. He is right here live in the action in the arena as we speak. Justin, it's a big weekend, 700 points on the line to the league. What are you most looking forward to with this NCA?
Well, Amber, first of all, I've been most looking forward to getting to meet you. I'm a huge fan. I watch your show every week. Thank you for bringing me on. I'm excited about a lot happening here this weekend. Mostly, I think Battle in the Arena on Friday night is one of my favorite parts. It's the one time that we all kind of get together as an event and celebrate what's about to happen.
Well, speaking of Battle in the Arena, we're going to see some of those League 6 teams that everyone loves to watch. But for those that don't know, give us a little inside look of what exactly is going to be going down Friday night at Battle in the Arena.
Well, Battle in the Arena starts at 6 o'clock, and we've got a lot of teams coming in. We've got our Cheerabilities teams who will all be performing, the novice teams doing their single performance, elite teams doing their day one performance, and we've got our Go Be Great finalists. Great is an award that we give out at NCA for programs that go above and beyond the world of cheer and dance to make the world a better place. So we're highlighting about 7 different programs that have done that this year. And then what we're really excited about are these League 6 performances. We actually invited teams who scored highest in the league last season to come showcase their routines this season. So we've got about 7 different teams across League 6, all-girl and co-ed, who will be performing Friday night as well.
All right, and you can, of course, watch all that action live on Varsity TV if you're not going to be in Dallas this weekend. But going back to the league, the second season of the league, how have you just seen this continue to grow and the traction that's been around it in this all-star cheer world?
Well, what was cool about last year is the league was kind of a surprise to teams. They did well in the league, and then they found out that they were in the lead, or they found out that they were positioned to do really, really well. And that was a cool experience, getting to surprise teams with that. Now that it's year 2 and people are getting used to the concept, now people are starting to ask questions like, how can I do better? Why is this team beating us? How should our schedule change? It's becoming much more strategic. So the surprise factor isn't there as much, even though some are still learning about what the league is. But it's been really neat to see people kind of build their schedules and not get so stuck on, I have to do well at this event, and if I don't get a summit bid, then this event was a disappointment. Now it's more about, okay, of course I really want the summit bid, but it's also about how is this going to stack up at the end of the season. It's been cool to watch the evolution of the league this year.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited to be there and see you there super soon. That is Justin Carrier. Justin, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon in Dallas.
See you soon.
Well, one thing we love so much about cheer is how it teaches us so much about life. Life might knock us down, but it's all about how we choose to get back up and face that adversity head on. A longtime athlete with NCA All-Star Cheer showcased that determination firsthand as she battled Hodgkin's lymphoma. But it was her love and passion for cheer that helped her push through. This is her story.
Cheer for me is just my passion, and I love it. And I've loved it since I was a little kid. My sister did it, and so I just have loved it ever since.
Annison Butler, otherwise known as Annie, got hooked on All-Star Cheer at a young age, looking up to her sister who also cheered. She's been on a journey with NCA All-Stars Cheer, working her way from a beginner all the way up to a world's team. But 2 years ago, her world was flipped upside down.
November 2nd, I was at school, and I was crying in so much pain because it hurt so bad. So I left class to go to the ER, and they found some lymph nodes that had been swollen since April. And that's when they found the cancer in there. So
words that left Annie and her family in shock. But for Annie, some of her first thoughts were, what about cheer?
Honestly, my first thoughts were, am I still going to be able to cheer? That was very devastating for me. And then also my other thoughts were my hair, like what are my friends gonna think? Am I gonna be treated different? Just all those emotions going through. And it was my senior year of high school too, so I'm like, am I gonna be able to graduate? So.
On some of her hardest days, it was thinking about cheer and thinking about her teammates on Mac's legacy that helped her push through.
Every time I would go in for chemo, I had this written on the board, to be back at Mac's, to cheer on the mat. Just that was my goal every single time I went in for the round. And the doctors and all the nurses knew. So every time I came in, they're like, what's your goal? I was like, Worlds. I want to go to Worlds.
Annie stayed determined and courageous in her fight against cancer. In March of 2023, she became cancer-free. Then shortly after, received some of the best news from her Mac's family.
She wants you to compete and just do the dance. You get to go and compete, Annie! World, here we come!
So just 1 month later in April, Annie took the stage at the 2023 Cheerleading Worlds to once again live out her passion.
Her story has inspired me because she is truly such a fighter, and I've gotten to know her and I've seen how she's fought, and honestly, it's so inspiring to me, and I guarantee you it's inspiring to so many others, and it's so cool.
It's been awesome to watch her push herself, work really hard, like going from literally in the hospital with no blood cells and no immune system to being in the gym, working cartwheels, then round-offs, then round-off handsprings, and she can do fulls again. She's working her doubles again. Like, it's been really cool to watch someone go from almost rock bottom to like physically and mentally so high now.
Annie has been working hard each day in the gym to get her skills back and knows one day soon she'll be throwing a full-out routine on Mac's legacy. As she reflects back, she hopes her story can inspire others to remember their passions even when life knocks them down.
And they can see as a good example to just keep pushing through life no matter how hard it is, and use what you love to push through it. Just have a passion for everything to help you.
It's time now to take a look at the regional leaderboard standings. We're going to take a look right now at the Midwest specifically. A couple teams had the opportunity to earn 600 points from COA Grand Nationals. So let's see how things shook up in the D1 senior standings. Remember, this is in the Midwest. Step 1 All-Stars North Wild. They are up to first place in the D1 senior standings. They got 548 points from a third place finish at COA Grand Nationals. In second, the Stingray All-Stars Thunderbirds. Now they have 2,746 points. But the one thing we want to point out, both these top two teams are now at 6 events. So remember, every competition now moving forward, if they earn a higher point total, they'll be able to drop one of their lower point totals from those 6 events they've already racked up. So this is where we might see some of these numbers change even further as teams keep racking up more points. You can, of course, always view these standings on tv.varsity.com. Click on the Standings tab where you can view the regional and national standings. You're going to want to keep an eye on this as things change after those 700 points at NCA All-Star Nationals.
This weekend kicks off the first weekend of March and lots of points up for grabs. Let's go ahead and check them out. Kicking us off this weekend, we have NCA All-Star Nationals worth 700 points, followed up by Coastal at the Capital Grand Nationals worth 600 points.
There's also the GLCC Grand Nationals for 600 points, the Encore Concord Showdown for 500 points, and of course, the Cheer Sport Atlanta Classic for 400 points. It is, of course, a busy weekend that's going to kick off the month of March, but all eyes are going to be on NCA to see who wins those 700 points. We'll see you in Dallas for all the action, and don't forget to keep joining us every Thursday.